Good afternoon. Finally, am I right? Yeah, I had a little bit of a break. Spent the week doing, real life responsibilities. I cleaned my living room. Sorely needed with all the things I now have in this corner collecting dust. Giant side-eye that way. And I spent just about every afternoon playing video games. I might have a little bit of a sky obsession, but it's been nice. Having your biggest worry be whether or not you have enough light to fly to the top of this or that cliff. And just, playing together with people and being social has been a lot of fun. And slowly over the course of the week, I have built up a bit of a hunger to get back into this. And that feels really good, to feel like I want to continue because I want to continue. Because I already love this show so dearly, it would be a waste if I made this into a chore, you know what I mean? I realize that wanting to put a video out every week is a little bit lofty, considering the pace I'm going at. So yeah, in order not to burn out in the future, I'm just gonna not stress too much about it. Though I do feel a little bit sorry that I haven't been keeping everyone updated. I mean, if you've been in my Discord server, you will have seen me playing games, I guess. That's a good sign of life as any, right? But anyway, we're not playing anymore. We're here for a study session. Cause break or no break, I can't stop thinking about TGCF. I have a lot of new ideas and theories that I want to talk to you guys about, but I am in desperate need of a refresher. So here we are, ready to study episode 3 of season 2 of Heaven Official's Blessing, the Chinese version. From the comments I received for this reaction video, I think someone said that there are some lines that were actually changed and can be a bit misleading in the English version. So I'm going to pay extra attention just in case there's anything I might have missed. Also, this episode has so much information and a couple of things that I think would be interesting to come back to when you finish watching the whole series, or even reading the whole series. I'm especially thinking about the Gold Foil Palace scene. But there are tons of other things happening, characters being introduced, new little plot points and pieces of dialogue that we should be dissecting. So as per usual for this study session, I will pause at the scenes that interest me in any way, and I'll give you some preliminary thoughts. Maybe even the starts of a discussion or a theory that you will see in the next episode. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. At least he said sorry. Yeah, poor kid's so traumatized. It's not your fault, Shillian. Or is it? I do love how Shillian just lets loose a little bit sometimes. Plot aside, I really do like this effect for Ghost City. It feels so chaotic. This pretty boy. Alright. Even his voice is pretty. Again, I really love cozy nest. What was that? Like, I was gonna say, I really just love crowds being like this. Like, gossiping crowds and social media AUs are one of my guilty pleasures. I don't know, it's just so much fun getting an outsider point of view on your characters, especially if it's on your couple. And yeah, just all these people being like, the fuck is this person? And why is our Lord inviting him into his cozy nest? That's such a weird subtitle. I'm sure there was a better way of translating that. Or maybe that's exactly what it says. Waiting for quite some time. Yeah, Shillian, you kept him waiting. The shackle. Yeah, I might have been playing too much Sky. Every time I see like these little lights on screen, I'm like, oh, gotta pick up those butterflies. Jeez. But hey, in one way, maybe Sky is very TGCF adjacent. Opening. This art style never disappoints. I want to look a bit closer at that mask later. He said he was leaving in the English version. Tiny detail. Again, Hua Cheng, why? What exactly are you trying to prove? Like, again, just this whole setup screams opulence to me. Why? Why is there so much opulence in this place? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, is this a typical rags to riches sort of setting? Like, Hua Cheng obviously was not well off when we saw him as a child. Like, he just looks so pitiful and, yeah, poor. Not from a family with the means of keeping him well-fed, clothed, and cared for. So why the opulence? Like, he knows Shilian is coming. And he also knows Shilian doesn't care for things like these? Or does he know that? I mean, the Shilian Hua Cheng initially got to know was a crown prince who played games like Goldfoil Palace. Which has me thinking that maybe Paradise Manor, this whole setup, is in a way meant to mirror what Shilian might have been used to back when he was a prince. Like, in a way, maybe this is Hua Cheng saying, this is what I can offer. If you want to go back to living like the crown prince you once was, I can make that happen. So maybe this is kind of Hua Cheng shooting his shot wide and just checking to see where it sticks. Like a little bit of gauging Shilian's reactions to various things. My power just got cut. Gonna have to stop there for now. Oops. I have a power outage. Why when I'm home? Why can't these things happen when I'm not at home? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Gonna have to take a break. Okay, almost an hour later and the power is back. I have no idea what I was on about. Looking at the screen, it's probably something about this Ghost King's very complicated courting rituals. Gonna finish that thought in the actual reaction video. Let's just keep going. What I did while the power was out, I was thinking about going for a walk. I didn't. But I did sort through some old mail and ate some popcorn. Getting kinda hungry, I'm guessing dinner after this. Hear that, fellow scholars? We have this Nordic saying of trying to sustain yourself on love and air. You can't, especially not on someone else's love. Remember to eat. Get those nutrients. Get that broth. I can't believe we got both baby Shilian and baby Hua Cheng in this episode. He's so cute. I have some thoughts about this. You all have some thoughts about this. Everyone had thoughts about this. It's been a fun read. I loved gatherings and I hated partings. Cats. You all said so. Your words, not mine.
莫不是只离开了几天就和三郎生分了？可是三郎先装作不认识我的，那是郎千秋在场，我不敷衍下做做样子，只怕会给哥哥添麻烦。三郎还是这般见多识广。哥哥这次是特地来看我的吗
？Oh my gosh！
不管你是不是来看我的，只要你来了，我都开心。
It's so good. This is perhaps my second favorite scene of this episode.
到这边来坐吧。话说。 这是三郎的真容吧？我说过的，下次再见你会用我原本的面目，挺好的。对了，这个是不是三郎留下来的？不是什么贵重东西，你带着好玩就是了。哥哥这说的什么话？我可从来不去烟花之地的。
I kind of do like the English dub version of this. It was very funny.
是你家呀？居所，不是家，家里有家人。 一个人住的地方不叫家。如此说来，这800。
It hurts just as bad in Chinese.
若是家，即便小如普济观，也比我这极乐坊要好上千倍万倍。想不到，三郎也是至情至性之人。
He's the most sentimental person, actually.
那三郎若不嫌弃，我普济观随时欢迎你来住住。哥哥，这可是你说的， 我就恭敬不如从命了。往后可不许嫌我烦。不会不会。
Gosh, he really is so cute. I do get this feeling every time I watch the episodes in Chinese. He's adorable. But that said, I do think they did really well with these vulnerable scenes. I do have a couple of more comments on the sub versus dub interpretation of Hua Cheng. Nothing big, just a few observations. But looking for differences in the performance has become a little bit of a game to me. I'm having a little fun with it. Gosh, he's so cute.
不过，你就这么丢下郎千秋了？不好意思啊。
This is one of the lines that I was told was changed. I don't know why. Like, I specifically remember that in this part he says something along the lines of, "Did you want that companion of yours also something? I don't remember it word by word, but here he's commenting on Lang Qincho, which makes his little nervous like hand movements more on point. Like a little bit of hair twirling, if you will. Did he really leave his companion like that to come spend time with me? Well, we kind of know where this conversation goes. Let's see what happens.
三郎，有神官在你的地界里乱走，你也不管吗？
Yeah, they're just talking about him being around in general.
即便是你们天上的神官，私底下还不是乔装改扮来做这些见不得人的勾当？反正不闹事，我都懒得管。但真要闹起来，那就正好一锅端了。三郎。 接下来的话，可能有些逾越。你那间赌房，我担心。鬼市赌房是世人都想来分一杯羹的重争之地，久立而是非生。既然如此，与其先落入他人之手，不如掌控在我的手里。
I think this is one of the interesting scenes in their conversation, where Hua Cheng expresses this want to control. Like, even Shirley comments on how he didn't expect Hua Cheng to care that much about wielding power. I think this is a logical aspect of his character, but what I think is interesting is how it's being revealed to Shirley and how he reacts to it. Like, when I've been saying we are spending a lot of time in these episodes learning about Hua Cheng as a ghost king, this is a little bit of what I mean. The Hua Cheng as Sanlang that Shilian has met and spent time with and interacted with in season 1 is him. But now we're seeing him in a different environment. And also, it's been 800 years. There's a reason why he's built up all this. Like, it's definitely given me thoughts. Like, the main question is still, how much of this would Hua Cheng throw away for Shilian? And I think the answer is everything. But why amass all this power to begin with? Why run a city like this? I saw a couple of interesting takes in the comments about this, but I'm starting to think it has to do with this specific phrase. All these disputes, all this about profits, it's better to have it under my control than in anyone else's hands.
不过，还是多谢哥哥关心了。
And then this little turnabout, I like it.
城主，他可能很多年没跟人说过话，不怎么会说了。也是。
I do like Hua Cheng's little inputs in this. Makes me wonder how much of himself he recognizes in this pitiful little boy.
是新乐国人吗？有没有见过白衣或是？你太累了，先休息下吧。来人。
There it is. Little cutie. Got a little bit distracted, Shilian. I mean, same. I really wonder if he's trying to show Shilian the way. Like, he is super, super close. That's how you know Shilian was a martial god. Do you see him holding himself up on the beams like that? Yes, Roy helped, but that takes a lot of control and a lot of core strength. Also, probably extremities. What the heck, Shilian? When is your next acrobatics show? It's a clever little mechanic. I wonder if doing different numbers will send you to different places. Like, are there multiple rooms that you have to explore? That's a nice way of constructing a prison. One room for, like, How many combinations? Like 6 times 6, but minus the ones that you would get twice. So you'd have like, what? 21 different rooms? It's the landlord's wet dream. 1 room for rent, but you have 21 units. Though with this lock mechanism, it's gonna be a headache to get into yours. And Shillian would just never get in. Like he says. I can't help but wonder. And there he comes. I bet Hua Cheng knows he's been sneaking. I love this scene so much. The first time I watched this scene, I was a bit like, okay, where are we headed now? But then everything just went... You know how it went. God, they used the more again in the subtitles now. Now I actually know how to spell it. Are you referring to the Greeny Moore Chirong, overestimating his abilities? He is a non-issue. To Hua Cheng anyway. I wonder what kind of role he's gonna play in the story. Oh my gosh, this scene. Like, it's so ominous when Hua Cheng walks in and Shillian follows. Like, where the fuck is he taking me? And then you just see him realizing where he is. My heart. So after I finished watching this episode, I announced it in the server. And Nim sent me an animation of this scene. It is such a wonderfully stylized piece of animation, and I watch it every day. It makes me so happy. It's this 90% like Hua Cheng showing a triangular tiny Shillian who reaches his knees into the armory so that he can play around with weapons. It's the cutest freaking thing. I don't remember what it's called at the moment. I'm gonna link it down in the description because you guys have to see this if you haven't already. It just brings me so much joy every time you see Hua Cheng's ear just go like, because he's just so happy to be gifting his Gogo with this armory. 11 out of 10 animation. Guaranteed to make your day better. He's literally so excited. Someone commented that this is so the library scene from Beauty and the Beast. They are correct. He wants to Shillian so badly. But gossip is just gossip. Let's write that. It's so cute. That's still a little weird. I love it though. Just went straight for it. I would love to have a Hua Cheng POV of this. Also, I know he said this in the English one as well, but I kind of didn't catch it the first time. I saw it in a comment and then realized that, oh, that's what he was saying, and I was kind of speaking over it. Plus, I had some audio issues, so all the speaking was really, really tuned down. But yeah, so Shillian attract the affection of animals. Disney princess confirmed. Gosh, why am I coming up with all these jokes in a fucking study video? You're gonna be so bored in the reaction video because you'll be hearing all these jokes all over again. Some of them are really good. Cute.
哥哥，这么开心？自然开心。我可好久没和人品评名剑宝刀了，或许可以慢慢引导的，恢复正常的样子。
Shillian. He's doing the same with Banyo right now too, right? Maybe he's just planning to open an orphanage. Again with the opulence. The fucking dragon-shaped whatever that was. This overlay, oh my gosh. Someone commented that this is something they only really do in the animation. But still, it's a nice reminder for us as viewers. Coming into this after a while since season 1 was released, you know? Gosh, they're so pretty. I've been staring at Windmaster pictures for so long. I immediately saw that was Windmaster. Everyone just has to turn and leave.
风师大人.
And that was it. That was the study hour. And it actually ended up taking a while this time because of the break in the middle. Fucking power outage. They didn't even tell me what happened. I was fully prepared to be doing dishes in the dark. No hot water. I guess that means it's time for dinner. But to reiterate, there are so many interesting conversations happening in this episode. And I have made so many notes and also started some of the discussions in this video. Like a big part of this episode for me is definitely finding out new things about Hua Cheng and then reconciling this new information with the Sanlang we already know. In a way, I feel like I have already been led to the conclusion that Hua Cheng's affections for Xilian are pretty much unconditional. I think if I didn't know that, I might feel more on edge, so to speak. So what I'm really doing in this thought process is trying to figure out what Xilian might be thinking and feeling about what he's learning. And perhaps more importantly, why he feels it's necessary to lie and hide his mission from Sanlang. Because on one hand, Xilian is willfully ignoring all the warnings that he received from Heaven and from the Emperor regarding regarding being around Sanlang at all. But at the same time, he's not being upfront with Sanlang about what he's doing here and what he's looking for. And when caught sneaking around, he also swears that he wasn't doing that. I think this part is really interesting personally, and I also have a lot of thoughts about Hua Cheng's display of opulence in this episode. Gosh, it looks like next episode 2 is going to have a long pre-episode discussion part. As a little sneak peek to you guys, I already know the next episode's title because it shows up on Crunchyroll as Watch This Next. Episode 4, The Secret Chamber. Which is logical that we will be exploring the secret room in the next episode. Alright, this is it for the study session. I hope you took some notes. There will not be a test, but I'm still super excited to show you my next little video essay and to hear from you as well. This has been Amelia, aka Spaced Out Puffin, and I will see you in the next one.